You are live.
Okay. We're live.
We're live.
I'm alive. And just barely. Jen's going to be leaving here in 15 minutes. I'm probably going to shut this video off right after she leaves. Or even right before she leaves because this is her phone. So that solves that problem. So we got about 15 minutes of filming here. I mainly wanted to get online here to just stay active. Because I don't think we filmed yesterday, did we? So I pulled a muscle or something in my back the other day, and I am just miserable. Taking ibuprofen for the pain, trying to limit it. So I just ate ibuprofen here about 45 minutes ago. I took a 800 milligram dose, which is the max I take. Ever since my COVID thing, I've had constant shoulder pain, and now I've got this freaking back pain, and that comes from trying to lift somebody up the other day, which was just stupid.
Hello, guys.
Baby, can I get my gloves?
Yeah.
My glovies and maybe a napkin. So I've had extreme vertigo for, since late June. And this back thing that happened just yesterday has made me really dizzy. And that's not good. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about in regard to your lives and how we can help you guys. So I've cut back on my consumption of cheese because I think it's been irritating my gut. And I've gone back to my once a day fasting here again. So I'm eating one meal a day, and I've been doing that pretty much since I started this. I want to get down to 70 kilos, and I saw, hi Lainey. So I started this. Intermittent fasting here a little more than 2 weeks ago. So I'm trying to lose 1 kilo a week all the way up until Christmas, which will put me right at 70 kilos. Because I started this about mid-October, and so October, November, December 25th should be right around 10 weeks. And I was at 79.6 kilos when I started. And so doing this intermittent fasting, you see it's low carb, it's just, I've got this nice crunchy fish here with my eggs. And then Jen's going to bring me some yogurt and milk. I like to add that with these little stevia packets because it just makes almost like a creamy milkshake. It tastes delicious. So I'm going to begin eating here, and anything you people want to talk about, any questions you have or anything like that. I have discovered a method. I've discovered a theory. Really, it's really a theory. I asked the Meta AI program that I'm on, and apparently, hi Ken. So I started this. I've been working at this modified low carb keto diet for over 17 years. Hi, the pen painter. And I really refined it down to a science using NLP, secular Buddhism, meditative
Oh, hi,
practices.
Ken of Seman. Hello. The Pen Painter. Hi. Hello, guys. So he's not yet eating. What do you want else?
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
Ouch. That's hot.
Yeah, it's just newly boiled. What do you want?
I wanted milk and yogurt. And
Milk and a yogurt.
a milk and a yogurt, yeah. So I'm using, and then I developed my own theory, which I call a ego transcendence paradigm shift theory, based on secular Buddhism, the practice of secular Buddhism, and the Four Noble Truths, specifically, where the first noble truth, I have, I'm a heretic, so I question everything, and I said, hey, this first noble truth of dukkha does not mean suffering. What it really should mean is dysregulated, not suffering, not dissatisfied, but dysregulated. So when you plug in, and you should do this if any of you out there are interested in Buddhism, all the different branches of Buddhism, you know, you got your Theravada Buddhists, the Mahayana Buddhists, the I think it's called the Vajrayana Buddhists or whatever. They all use the Four Noble Truths, and the Four Noble Truths are wrong.
Wow, hi, Pink.
They're all
Pen
wrong
Painter.
if you use. It's not an effective way to achieve freedom from suffering. If dukkha means dysregulating, I mean it means discontent. Dukkha means dysregulating, and when you apply that to the brain and the nervous system, it makes sense. Because the dysregulated brain, cannot support a healthy mind. And most people's brains are dysregulated because they don't eat healthy, they don't meditate, they don't study, they have trouble shifting their mind. So that's where the paradigm shift comes in. Because remember, my new theory is based on existentialism, on a brand, on a non, hold on a you don't have to get that detailed. It's based on existentialism. It's freeing your mind from emotional dysregulation. And so you got to figure out what's dysregulating your mind. And of course, if you take the Buddhist standpoint that life is suffering, and then the second noble truth would be samudaya, which is the cause of suffering. Of course, they came up with the causes as desire, the inability to accept what is, and the inability to let go. And supposedly that was supposed to free you from this egoic self. And then, of course, they got the third noble truth, Rhoda, which is there is a way to free yourself from those three things. Attachment and inability to accept, and then desires. And then the Eightfold Pathway, which is right speech, right action, right vision, right worldview is the most important thing. That's where ET, PS theory changes everything, because paradigm shift is a shift in your current worldview. And you can't have that shift in the current worldview unless you're into this top brain, which allows you to see the truth of reality. This isn't some spiritual supernatural shit. This is what everybody does. And so if you really want to understand paradigms and paradigm shift, you really need to read Thomas Kuhn's work, or you can look it up on the YouTube. It's right there. Thomas Kuhn, Kuhn, on developing how to develop the paradigm shift. The name of his book is called The Structure of Scientific Revolution. And what he talks about basically is that uh, scientific revolutions or events or aha moments or moments of enlightenment do not occur with the accumulation of knowledge. No. It occurs when there is a paradigm shift in the worldview that is, and then you look at the anomalies in that worldview, and like the heretic, and I'm a heretic, I question everything. And then you question it, and then when you have freedom of mind and you're up here in this big top brain and you have enough information gathered, you can put all these puzzle pieces together and do the paradigm shift. This is like an aha moment that Stephen Covey talks about in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I like this fish. Well, that's my baby. HEPS theory. I've done a little bit of research on it. I can't find anybody else who's doing this. I've never seen it on the YouTube. And this, I've been working at this for over 17 years now. Since September of the 12th of 2008. Non-stop study. Every day I study and I write, between 4 and 6 hours, just every day. Psychology, philosophy. I've read a lot of books, and I can tell you the resources that I go to. I'm going to put up some video, and I'm teaching it to Jen and the kids. But we practice it every day. I follow the 4 disciplines of M. Scott Peck. Delay gratification, take responsibility, tell the truth, and get balance in your life. And I follow the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Especially the last habit, the 7th habit, which is sharpening the saw. And I found that sharpening the saw is the hardest part of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But it's the most effective part, because sharpening the saw means developing your mind and your body, your spiritual sense of self, your world vision, developing that, getting a better map, and that takes a lot of time. An accurate map of reality, because everything in your head is a map. That's what a paradigm is. It's your map, it's your worldview of reality. Because what's in your head is not reality. It's like looking at the menu and realizing this isn't the meal, or a road map, and realizing that, hey, this is a map of the town or the city. It's not the city. That's what's going on in our minds all the time. And on top of that, we're getting all these distortions and distractions. So what I help people to do is when they realize that they're not their ego, they're not this worldview, but that you can improve the worldview if you free yourself from egoic control or ego identity. When you can do that through the Buddhist practice of meditation. Pretty much their whole thing is freeing people from the ego. What I do that's different is once the mind is free from the ego, I help people who have a goal or an outcome in mind, like losing weight or playing the piano or dancing like Fred Astaire or studying complex physics problems. I just take that goal and I help them to focus. So let's fill out an algorithm that you can follow that's going to allow you to focus. But you can't focus if you're not in this top brain. If you're emotionally dysregulated, impossible almost. And it's not easy to free people from the ego because people are so highly identified. Our cultures, our academic institutions, our religious institutions, they all get you to focus on your ego, like, oh, I'm a sinner, or, or I'm a Republican, or I'm a Democrat, or I'm a liberal, or I'm a conservative, or I'm a neutral, or I'm a, whatever. And it's not easy to free people from the ego because people are so highly identified. Our cultures, our academic institutions, they all get you to focus on your ego, like, oh, I'm a sinner, or, I'm a Republican, or I'm a Democrat, or I'm a liberal, or I'm a Muslim, or I have to go to work, or this or that. Whenever you start identifying with those things and your desires, you're going to have a hard time getting up here into this top brain because the top brain has to be free from all of that chatter, all of that mind chatter. And it takes, most people can't even do it because they've never developed the neural connections for it. I've been doing it for 17 years. I've accomplished all my pretty much major life dreams. You know, lost weight, cured my diabetes. When I get injured, I heal up because I use therapy on myself. I'm constantly reflecting and introspecting. I'm working with the family. How do I do this? I'm free from my ego. I don't let it get in the way. Or you can too. It helps if you have a team member. And Jennifer is a wonderful team member.
Ooh!
But I've also got all of her kids to help me.
It's already 4:30. Mommy loves coming.
I love this fish.
You love the fish?
Yep, I could eat this every day for the rest of my life, which is good because I probably need to.
Yeah, you need to change that because every time you go back to the pork and things, it's
Well, I love pork, but it doesn't love me. I love chicken, but it doesn't love me.
yeah.
Occasionally, it's okay. I love vegetables, but they got to be the right kind. Otherwise, it screws up my digestion. And that's so important for your brain health. I'm not telling people what to eat. I'm telling them what not to eat. Don't eat sugar. Stop it.
Uh-oh.
Now, we're going to get sugar in some things in our life, like this milk. It's got sugar in it, natural milk sugars. Don't get low-fat milk. Get the regular full cream milk. Cream is healthy for you. Eggs are healthy. Now, some people have allergic reactions to milk and eggs. To those people, I say, don't eat eggs and don't drink milk. Some people, and I would say with all foods, moderation. We're definitely low carb and a moderate amount of fats, healthy fats. Not that soybean oil or vegetable oils, not that. Coconut oil, olive oil, butter is a good fat. Cheese is a little bit hard, so I don't know. It might mess up your gut like it did mine. Vegetables, not all vegetables are good. You got to figure out what's right for you. And so, using a diet where you're using an elimination diet, just figure out what foods are good for you that you can eat every day that you enjoy eating. And trust me, if you're intermittent fasting, you don't need a lot of variety because cardboard tastes good when you're hungry enough.
It is,
Mhm.
guys.
Well, when was the last time I ate, baby Tom?
The last time you ate yesterday.
At what time?
What time?
About this time, right? No, even earlier because we ate out, didn't we? Yeah. Right after our expat meeting, Jen and I went out with our kids and had lunch at the Taxi Beef. And I had fish. Topper King. And I had fish. It was good fish. And I had eggs.
5 eggs.
5 eggs. And like almost one whole fish. like this, but not as tasty as this. This is good fish. Hey, EGPS theory. My baby. You guys heard it here first. I'm teaching Jed, I'm teaching the kids. It's going to change the world, trust me. Who knows? Maybe I'll even win a Nobel Prize. Boy, wouldn't Donald Trump be jealous? And speaking of Donald Trump, Harry's been running smear campaigns on everybody after all this positive Democratic blue wave rejection of a lot of his Republican nonsense.
5 minutes, guys.
It's,
I need to leave. I'm over.
it's countdown. Her mommy loves her waiting.
Oh. Oh.
That's good.
My skin is still wet, so it's hard to wear the socks. Later, maybe when I remove it, it stinks like a...
So tomorrow, I think maybe we'll go to Desma. I'm not sure. Depends on my back.
Depends on his back.
If not, maybe Friday. Depends on my back. And it's right down there at my sciatica. I was trying to pick this guy up, but his legs don't work anymore. He was heavier than I thought. I think he probably weighs like 80 kilos or more.
He's not a big guy, but his legs is dead, so...
I don't worry about closing my mouth when I'm eating because I don't care about what other people think.
Hi, Ba! Bami! Close mouth eating. It's okay, Bami.
I just don't give a
Everybody
shit.
have their own preference eating.
Yeah. People got all these fucking rules.
Lady,
Nothing personal. If you don't like me eating with my mouth open, don't watch.
Uh-oh.
What, baby?
Water is overflowing.
Oh.
Ban me.
That's what I hate about religions. They got all these stupid rules. For myself, religion for the most part doesn't make sense at all. An invisible person telling you what to do, and that's nonsense. And politics and their hierarchical system. Jen and I run a heterarchical system in our family.
Say bye-bye to them, baby. Go.
Bye-bye to them. She's got to go, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. But check out Thomas Kuhn, Kuhn, Paradigm and Paradigm Shifting, and Scientific Revolution. It's called the Structure, the Science of Revolution, by Thomas Kuhn, written back in 1962. Well, when I first started reading about paradigms, when I started reading I learned it first from Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Boom! Changed my life. You know, I didn't read Stephen Covey's book until like, it was shortly after my ex-wife left, 2008. made a huge impact on my life. And then when you learn ETPS theory, you can pretty much do anything you want. You cross when you realize there's when you study some of these psychological truths and constructs, you can overcome resistance to trying something new. And that's just the first step. Takes practice, my friends. A lot of practice.
So, bye-bye to them.
Bye-bye to them.
See you tomorrow.
From now on until the day I die, I'm going to be talking about ETPS theory.
Bye, guys. Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you for all the comments, and I have to leave. That's why I need to get my phone. Bye. At least you make it 26 minutes.